I wrote a quote some time back. I mean, I kind of liked it. Maybe I read somewhere. I mean, like, I don't know. Whatever you write, it's already there on the internet. If like, anyway, I quoted it some time back. Where there's so much darkness in the world, there's a lot of hate and whatnot. And I don't know. It came to me something like, okay, fine, be the light in the darkness.
Yes.
And especially when you're illuminating the world and when new projects and whatnot. So that kind of like brings life back. Actually, I mean, especially in the Albertan winters, actually, where it gets dark by 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. Right? So 1 p.m. You cannot survive without lights, right? I mean, so it's not just the darkness, the metaphor, but actual darkness itself.
Yes.
So how it has been rewarding in the last several decades that you have kept doing it over and over again? What was the how do you, when you think about like bringing light to darkness, and especially because we use light, especially when it's darker, right?
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that quote?
Well, you know what? I like how you asked that, because there's two things in my life right now that I did not bring forward. I'm part of.
Right.
And there's the hashtags for the company I work for Williams Engineering. Our hashtag is We Brighten Lives. Right.
Wow.
So it's our hashtag, it's our purpose, is our story, and there's a lot to it. But there's one also that a lot of friends of mine tagged me on when I had my own company, when it was Mex Lighting. And that company hashtag at the time was Light is Vida. Light is life. Right. And it was like really very beautiful sayings for my life, which I did not generate. Those were passed on to me, and I still represent them. They see that in me as well. And what I like about me being part of that process is that I still connect with people from way back then, right? I like to see their successes. I like to hear their stories, and I like to pass those stories on and say, so-and-so just did this, so-and-so just did that. Oh, don't worry, I failed, but I made it through. I'm still alive, right? Always pass that positivity, always pass that light on, and let them know that, hey, success is around the corner. It's up to you. Just go.
What's something you want to share with the world?
Everything's, you know what I like to say? Everything's easy. You know why I do that? I do that to my kids too, because they're like, oh, Dad, this math question is so hard, blah, 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 blah. On and on the list goes. They go through this massive journey of trying to learn this math equation, and then they go do their tests and they get one wrong on their test, and they're like, but Dad, that was easy. See, I told you.
Right.
See, I told you. And it's the same process for the rest of us. We go through this massive growth, this massive change. But yet at the end of it, when we think about it at the end, well, you know what? I did struggle, but you know, it was easy. Yeah, it is easy. We just complicate it. We always complicate it as humans. So if we start thinking that it was easy right off the bat, oh, you're going to see how fast you move, my friend. You'll move very fast through life or through that process. But it is a mindset.
Got it.
Hi, I'm Vijayan Swaminathan. I'm the founder and CEO of Zadwell. At Zadwell, we help our clients transform into the digital space. We help from the web technologies to blockchain to Internet of Things and a wide range of services. Over the years, I can see the impact of technology that can have on business of all sizes. But I've also seen a gap in the market, a lack of quality support and outstanding technology solutions that truly meet the needs of the client. And that's where we come in. And ever since 2018, we started Zadwell. We've been helping more clients to digitally transform their business. We want to provide that personalized and dedicated support and care for our clients. And through this process, we want to see our clients thrive through the digital transformation process. At Zadwell, we work with a wide range of clients, from small businesses to startups to large enterprises and public sector companies. We have the experience and expertise to help you with your goals and an ever-changing technology landscape. So if you're looking for a technology partner who truly cares about your success, here we are. It's been an incredible journey so far, and I'm so excited to see where we'll go next. Let's get to work.
Hey everyone, welcome to Pathfinders. David, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, David, allow me to introduce you properly, please. So today's guest is someone who quite literally knows how to bring light into the world, both technically and metaphorically. David Henriquez began his journey in the trades, working with his hands and heart in the world of lighting and electrical work. Over the years, he evolved through the layers of the industry, from the showrooms and manufacturing to consulting, and now thriving in business development, where his deep technical roots meet real estate vision and client growth. What makes David's story unique isn't just the breadth of his expertise, it's the way he bridges worlds between engineers and developers, between human needs and technical systems, between spaces we inhabit and the experiences we create. He's now focused on building people first projects in real estate and engineering, projects that are purposeful, sustainable, and soulful. He brings a rare blend of grounded know how and visionary thinking to every conversation. And so, if you care about the future of our environment, how it is built, or about the relationships that fuel growth, or about how we light up our communities, this episode is for you. Tune in right here. David, welcome to Pathfinders, man. Absolute pleasure and honor.
Thank you. Muchas gracias. Thank you so much for this. I'm excited, a little nervous, so bear with me if I forget my English words.
Let's do it in Spanish.
Yeah, we can do it in Spanish too. Whatever you like. Don't thank you again.
Yeah, no, it's my pleasure. So, let's dive right in, David. So I know we connected recently. It was fascinating to get to know you and your story. I mean, if you could paint a picture for anyone listening. So where did it all get started? How were you as a child, David? If you could even bring back to the days of like, how were your like first 10 years, second 10 years? Like how were those years, even before you got into trades or anything of that sort?
Oh my goodness, that's a long time ago. Have you seen it? Look at it. This is white hair. That's a long time ago. Wow. So just a little brief background for myself. I am from El Salvador. Otherwise, my parents are from there. They're refugees into Canada. So I was born in Mexico. So going right back to the beginning here, Mexico City. And we immigrated to Canada in 87, 19. And the first place we landed was Quebec City. So we had to learn French first, which was really interesting. And then we traveled through multiple cities, trying to find our community. That was the key, is finding our community, finding our place, and finding work. So out of all the provinces in Canada, we found Alberta. And Edmonton had everything for the community, to the work. As long as you had the skill set, you got it. So yeah, no, it was really interesting, the first part, because my parents came with knowledge already from back home. But due to the part of the lack of language, we had to start somewhere different. Whereas to start, some people call it low-end work, not professionals. But to be honest, those were the first steps that led us to professionalism levels, right? Full retirement for my dad at a young age. My mom didn't have to work, right? Like, and all the siblings ended up in a very good profession. My sister actually wrote a book recently. My brother's a photographer. My daughter's a fashion designer. Like, we're doing very well from a very rough start. And myself, well, I still don't give myself a pat on the back, but I'll do that one day. Yeah. So that's the brief beginning, and very happy-go-lucky guy all the time, smiling. As you can tell, I'm always smiling and ready for life, and always curious. That was the big one. I'm always been curious, and I always, and this is the funny thing about me, is I'm always self-aware when somebody interesting comes into my life, like yourself. I'll listen to you, I'll acknowledge you, and I'll take it back, and I'll think about it and be very curious about it. And if there's an opportunity to connect and grow the network and grow the abilities in the community, I'm in. I'm 100% in.
Got it. No, that's amazing. So what got you into, I mean, how did you get into the trades and whatnot? Did you always wanted to do that as a child? I mean, what were your interests like even before you started into the work? I mean, did you always want to do something with your hand? I mean, I've heard that, like, I would love to do something, craft something with my hand. I hear that. Were you a child like that, or?
Yes and no. I'm into arts, making, painting, drawing at a young age. I love doing that. My mom thought I was going to be an architect, and that didn't happen. My dad actually had his own construction company back in the good old days, and he always took me there to work on the weekends, work in the evenings, work on the weekends, and I got to see that process in the residential business. But that wasn't it. The problem started in high school. The first grade 10, I again, not many of us know exactly what we want to do in life, right? So the question was asked of me by a principal, who caught me probably for the 30th time skipping class inside the library. And she asked me, she's like, David, why should we keep you? Well, you have to hit your budget based on student counts for the school, right? And she's like, come with me. I was like, oh, now we're in trouble, right? And I'm like, listen. I'm not going to be a dentist, doctor, or lawyer. What do you have? Because this school is built for that. And the next thing I know, they signed me up for a very, very interesting program. It was supposedly first of its kind here in Alberta. It's called the Register Apprenticeship Program. So the RAP program for young students who want to get into the trades. So they've let me fill out this sheet, this paperwork of what I would like a behavior test, like it's a characteristic test to see where you're capable of what you want to do, right? And he asked me 2 questions. Like, what do you want to be and what do you want to work in? I'm like, I have no idea what I want to be. I'm too young to figure that out. But what I want to work in, you know what? I want to be in electronics. And VJ, I'm gonna date myself here. The electronics that we had were microwaves, right? Like it was cell phones just came out, this new technology. So he looked at me and he goes, David, you don't want to work at Sears, sitting at a bench, taking a microwave apart. You're gonna become an electrician. That's what you're gonna do. I'm like, what's an electrician? What is that? He's like,
So 1978 or like what?
No.
What year is it? Like, is it 90s or the no?
In the 90s, yeah, it was the 90s. That's 1990. Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? You're probably right, but I don't know what an electrician is. If it's in construction, please, no construction for me. I work with my dad in construction. I don't want construction. He just looked at me and smiled. He's like, don't worry, son. It's not construction. You're going to become an electrician. You're going to be good at it. I'm like, okay, sure, sign me up. Oh my goodness. He lied to me. It is full construction, full dirt, full everything. But the first project, BJ, it was an incredible project. I got in there. I got my steel toe boots, 15, 16 years old. I just started to drive, so 16 years old. And I go to this plant, this massive plant, Russian machines all over the place where the people are hooking these things up to make them operate. This place made the drill bits for the oil rigs, basically. So there's lava rooms, melting metal all over the place. So I'm fully engaged. I'm like, yes, whatever this is, I'm in.
Right. Let's do it.
So that was my journey of starting in the trades as an electrician back in 96. I was still in high school, getting my hours in and just gave her. I did very well in that practice, very well with my team. I actually got my first mentor there. I still talk to him to the day. He hasn't died yet. He's not that old yet, but he's there kicking and living life. So yeah, no, it's been incredible.
I mean, quick question. I mean, like, if you did not go into trades, what else you would have chosen actually? I mean, thinking back after 20, 25 years, like I would have maybe become something else. I don't know. What else was going in your mind if not for trades?
Yeah, no, if it wasn't for the trades themselves or the principal catching me skipping class was my mom on my case to become an architect or an engineer. She wanted me to go to that direction. I had the skill set, but didn't have the focus at the time. Young, you want to just go have fun. Life is full of journey and energy, right? Let's go. Right. That focus for me at a young age was not there. It wasn't there. Yeah. Right. So yeah, that would have been the next option.
Got it. No, very, very, very interesting, actually. No, after our first initial chat, I was thinking about, wow, like what, I mean, somewhere along the way, you mentioned like you tried a different thing. And at some point, it kind of like, what is the right word? Did you say bored? Bored is maybe it's not the right word to use, but you got like, okay, fine. I mean, I think you're trying to break boundaries and like you're climbing mountains, actually. You're in the mountain climbing process, I can tell you, right? Yes. You've climbed so many mountains now. And you're trying to climb the next mountain. So what is that process like? Paint that picture for us.
Oh my goodness. So what you're identifying there, yes, the career plan that I have, I could have taken a short path, I guess, and learned it, or listened to my mother and gone one mountain and go straight into engineering. My path right now as working for my father, doing janitorial work, going into the trades, self-entrepreneurship, became a salesperson within that process. Then all of a sudden I did manufacturer sales and then I ended up in engineering. So I work for an engineering firm now. That right there alone is over 5 mountains of climbing and understanding the system, right? So the behavior, the smiles, the being put down all the time. And people still come up to me, how did you do it? You had a company that failed. How did you get out of that? right? Or the other question is like, David, your network is so big. How'd you get a second meeting? Right, on and on the list. And then when you look at it, there's an anatomy of how you get wins, how you see success, right? And there's a massive strategy on it. And I'm trying to still figure it out for my own life, my own process, right? Because there's a lot of process out there. But for me, David, what did you do? How did you do that? How'd you get there? And yeah, there's a lot of mountains, a lot of conversations, and a nice set of mentors that I found on my way that I actually, again, sat there and listened, right? And said, okay, you know what? This guy has a point of view. That's a good point of view he's got. Like my first mentor, great guy. He has a hell of a skill characteristic. He has a big mustache. Civil engineers. He wants to be a civil engineer, but he's into the Civil War, the history of the Civil War, and just a character itself. He's a character. Everybody loved him, but he always said to me, David, there's not enough time in human life to make every mistake out there. So listen and learn from others and then pursue what you want to do. What does that really mean? Okay. No, you're right. I can't make all the mistakes you made. Nope.
Right.
So I got to go do my own, but at the same time, match the story. Well, he's done it. I'm not going to do it. Right. I've seen where he succeeded and then I try it out. Then I do what I want to do. Right. And that's where this path has taken me. So every step I've taken from the janitorial construction to being in an electrical trade, do I want to go into being a plumber? No. Drywaller? No. Well, what's next? What's the next process here? Where am I going to learn? So my mentor at that time, he said, we got to go take a walk of this building. Okay, let's go take a walk of this building. We walked the building from north to south, just an example, north to south.
Right.
And then we get back to our trailer. He's like, okay, the project manager is going to call us. What do you mean he's going to call us? He's going to call us. Just watch. And he calls immediately, right? Hey, guys, we're looking for an estimated amount of the length of the south building panel to the north building panel. Could you guys give me the length? And I'm like, well, you're going to have to give me some time. We'll get that meeting for you, right? And my mentor looks at me, no, David, we took 348 steps, correct? I'm like, I wasn't counting. I don't know. Like, okay, you take 348 steps. And guess what? Every step in my life is 1.1 meters wide. Do the math. And I do the math and it's like, okay. He's like, congratulations. You're now an estimator.
Wow.
Right? And it was just one step like that opened my eyes for the next level, for the next level, for the next level. So I create that kind of mentality in my own mind, in my own process now.
Got it. What's the first thing that comes to your mind? Like, David, like when you go inspect a building or you look at a project, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? I know you're working on People First project and so many amazing initiatives, but like after spending so many decades into the industry, like what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Oh, the first thing that I do every time as an electrician and a lighting guy by heart is I look up. My neck is sore. I'm always looking up. I'm like, oh, look at that lighting. Look at that light. Oh my God, I wouldn't have done that. No. Oh, I know that product line, right? I know that manufacturer. I should call that guy and tell him you shouldn't have done that, right? So that's my first thought when I go into space is lighting. Right. Yeah.
Right. Oh, I mean, I've never asked this question about probably you're the first one. Let it be the first one. I mean, there are so many scientists and Edison seemed to be one guy who probably made the bulb famous, right? I mean, he's the guy. So I've never brought like ancient quotes or anything. I mean, it just naturally came to me when I was speaking to you. Like, what are your thoughts on that man? Like that guy? I mean,
that guy in Tesla, right? Tesla as well,
right?
But I always think about the first guy, the first guy who created the fire.
Got it.
Right. That's the first source of creating light for us to see, or illuminations from bugs. The illumination process of the bug, like a firefly, illuminating the area and lighting up our space, right? Like if we go back to that life or that moment in life, you can see that we are still grabbing those ideas. Like right now, there's an idea from one scientist or lighting designer. I'm not sure his name yet. It just popped up. Illuminations of cities. Right. Through luminescence.
Right.
So that process comes from way back then. Right? These fireflies running around and going in the dark. There's sediment in the ocean once a year that at night when the ocean moves and the waves are moving, there's a bit of a glow and glitter. And that's, again, luminescence, right? And that, if you get that concept into a city or into a building, into the streets, that to me impresses me. That right now is going, wow, we're going somewhere. We're not going to need electricity for this process. We're going to just need the sun, or we're just going to need something that activates it and creates light for us, for allowing us to see, because that's very important to humans. We need to see. We love to see.
Got it.
Right?
Got it.
That's how we live life. That's what we got to see.
Right. I mean, so you're telling me that the Illuminatis are good guys? I mean, is that just kidding? Just kidding. I wrote a quote sometime back. I mean, I kind of liked it. Maybe I read somewhere. I mean, like, I don't know. Whatever you write, it's already there on the internet. Anyway, I quoted it sometime back. Where there's so much darkness in the world, there's a lot of hate and whatnot. And I don't know. It came to me something like, okay, fine, be the light in the darkness.
Yes.
And especially when you're illuminating the world, and new projects and whatnot. So that kind of brings life back, actually. I mean, especially in the Albertan winters, actually, where it gets dark by 3 p.m. or 4 p.m., right? So 1 p.m., you cannot survive without lights, right? I mean, so it's not just the darkness, the metaphor, but actual darkness itself.
Yes.
So how has it been rewarding in the last several decades that you have kept doing it over and over again? What was the how do you think about bringing light to darkness? Because we use light, especially when it's darker, right?
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that quote?
Well, you know what? I like how you asked that, because there's two things in my life right now that I did not bring forward. I'm part of.
Right.
And there's the hashtags for the company I work for Williams Engineering. Our hashtag is We Brighten Lives.
Right. Wow.
So it's our hashtag, it's our purpose, is our story, and there's a lot to it. But there's one also that a lot of friends of mine tagged me on when I had my own company, when it was Mex Lighting. And that company hashtag at the time was Light is Vida. Light is life. Right. And it was really very beautiful sayings for my life, which I did not generate those. Those were passed on to me, and I still represent them. They see that in me as well. And what I like about me being part of that process is that I still connect with people from way back then, right? I like to see their successes. I like to hear their stories. And I like to pass those stories on and say, so-and-so just did this. So-and-so just did that. Oh, don't worry. I failed, but I made it through. I'm still alive, right? Always pass that positivity. Always pass that light on and let them know that, hey, success is around the corner. It's up to you. Just go. That's just me.
Got it. Interesting. So, I mean, something that comes to mind when I say you're a really cheerful person, and after our connection, I like to not process over things, but when you instantly connect with the person, I try to give him 100% and connect with the person, and I'm more in the relationship business, actually. I mean, if it. Yeah, I was telling someone the other day. I mean, whether it converts to sales or it could be a byproduct, but I want as I get older, I would probably rather be rich or famous with the people I know, with friends I know. So, right. So I want those long lasting. I'm in the long game, actually, of building those relationships. That's what I want. A global people where I can talk to them, text to them anytime, and then say, hey, and have that instant connection. Let's say the person is sitting across the other side of the world, and you text to them in 30 seconds, you instantly connect, right? So that's the kind of people I want. I'm actually passionately trying to build those relationships, but every one person at a time. So that our conversation stuck with me for a bit. And what are the driving factors for you, David, and especially what inspires you? What motivates you? What allows you to keep going? And you've seen so many projects, and you're in Williams Engineering yourself. What is that motivating factor, if you will? What motivates David? What inspires David?
Well, my name alone, David, right?
David is an inspiration of itself.
Sounds exciting, right? I go into events and everybody's like, David. I was like, yes, I got it. But it's good energy. I love that energy. That's what really gets me going. Right off the bat, right in the morning. I don't wake up sad for some reason. I'm just like, no, it's another day. Let's go. It's David, right? But
right.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's very simple, very easy, but it's also the engagement out there, being part of something. It's really exciting for who I work right now. Oh my goodness, the avenues, all the avenues that we work in as Williams Engineering is just unbelievable. And that's where I'm being very successful, more successful on connecting people and network. And that gets me very excited, being part of a massive project that's worth millions and millions of dollars for the city of Edmonton. And then I can go to Calgary and do the same thing, in Vancouver, the same thing, and go to Toronto, the same thing. And it's like, and you see this growth. Like I came to this country and Edmonton, 137th Street and 137th Ave and 97th Street was farmland, completely farmland. Now it's 20, 30 years later, it's not farmland. We got a highway that goes around the whole city. You see the growth, you see communities, you see people. That's really exciting to me, seeing that growth, seeing those abilities, all the schools that we work on too, seeing all this, the growth of how a school was, developed in 1910 to the growth of what we are doing for 2030, right? Same for the government building, same for sustainability. It's like all of this is all exciting. Will it work? We don't know. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll figure it out with the teammates that we have, with the the Brighten Lives hashtag, and just continue. That to me is all exciting. And my process of work, career, and how my family adapts to it as well. Like to me, I guess I'm just too excited all the time. Yeah, pretty simple. Pretty simple.
I like the excitement, actually. I like the excitement. I like the cheerful energy that you bring in every time. I love it, actually. So we have spent a lot of time in Alberta already. And recently Calgary became the #1 city in Canada.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw that. And Edmonton is number 3. I was connecting with someone and they said, hey, I'm surprised Edmonton is number 3. And
don't be surprised.
I wasn't. I wasn't. I loved it that Edmonton was number 3. I kind of get to live in between both the cities. I live in Wetaskiwin, so it's kind of like I'm an hour from Edmonton and a couple of hours from Calgary. I kind of like both cities.
It's like, what do I feel today, right? What do I feel today? Let's go here or go there, right? Yeah.
Calgary's a little longer for me, but still, it's but I like both cities actually. So what are your thoughts on like Calgary, Edmonton, and how has that shaped? Of course, it kind of shaped your story, and because you've spent a lot of time around the province, right? And now it's the #1 and number 3. And I'm sure like people are envying. Oh, it's Alberta, man. These guys are crazy. So, what are your thoughts on that being the top cities in the whole of country? Actually,
I'm scared to say it because they might want me to be the mayor for one of them. No, just joking.
Let's do it.
No, Edmonton, because I grew up here in Edmonton, I really like the idea of the family-oriented thing. I don't know if you know this, like there's over 200 kilometers of bike trails, walking trails in Edmonton. Like it's just amazing. The square footage of the river valley alone is bigger than the square footage of, what is that park in New York? Right? You know the name of that one. We have a lot here to offer for family orientation, and the winter festivals here are amazing. We were named once, I think, in the last 10 years, we hold more festivals here, or we were the top 10, of most health festivals in North America. We were right up there with Los Angeles. Like, we do quite a bit of stuff here in Edmonton. That, to me, family-wise, I'm 100% in. Calgary, oh, that's business-wise over there. You want to do some business? You want to interact almost to the level of, saying, Chicago, Toronto, New York, LA? You want to feel that vibe? You want to walk into a boardroom and feel like, hey, this is where I want to be as business? Yes, that's where that is. That's where that excitement is. Edmonton's a little bit more calm on that, more and more family-oriented, blue-collar, they call it, right? It's very quiet. Great to live here. Very safe to live here. I've got no problems here at all. And I'll say it out loud. I got no problems here at all because I come from Latin America. You want problems? There's problems down there. Yeah, here, no, everything's very calm. It's very safe. Again, family orientation, love it. Calgary, business. If you want to start something, a startup company, start up anything in the oil energy sector, yeah, that's the place to be. It's very exciting, very prestige when it comes to it. You don't need to go to Toronto. Calgary's got it. Yeah.
I mean, you brought up a fair point. I mean, Calgary is all about business, and like I was talking to someone recently. I believe Chris Young. I could be wrong, but it was Chris Young. So we were connecting and chatting. He was born in Edmonton and grew up in Calgary. Now he's back in Edmonton again. And something he was sharing was profound in terms of Edmonton is more of like government, and more like all the government agencies are here. So the culture of the city is slightly different, whereas Calgary is more like the business and like what you were sharing. I was kind of like referencing like DC and New York, like Toronto and Ottawa, right? So the kind of difference. So how do you see that actually? Is that true, or is the entrepreneurial spirit? I see great. I mean, the chamber is great. There's a great business network, a lot of networking opportunities as well. But how do you see these two cities actually? I mean, how do you see the future of Edmonton? Because I want Edmonton to thrive as much as Calgary does. So that's my personal mission also. So
Yeah, no, you know what? Edmonton's catching up. That'll tell you. Edmonton's catching up because all the Chamber of Commerce, you mentioned that, Chamber of Commerce are coming here. The Texas Canadian Chamber of Commerce, Brazil Chamber of Commerce, they're all starting to show up here. We just need to engage more. That's the only thing that Edmonton needs to do is just engage more. We have NAOP, we got Synergy, we got BOMA, we got all of that for the business. Same things that have Calgary have. Same ideas, same processes, same geniuses in there. Honestly, there's some people that are just incredibly smart there and know where to take the city to, what level they need it to. Just Edmonton doesn't like to spend as much as Calgary does sometimes, right?
why is that? Do you know why is that? Like, in what is stopping Edmonton from not being number one like Calgary does? So it's both in the same province. I'm surprised.
Yeah. So when I had my own business and I was working between the two cities a lot, I found out Calgary's willing to spend a lot quicker.
Right.
Edmonton likes to save their money. We like to save our money here. We like to, I got money. Don't worry about it. But one day, that will change because the city atmosphere is really growing. The city atmosphere downtown is going to grow. It has to. It has to. It's not going to stay where it is. There's no way. The population is growing. It's moving. It's alive, right? I'm part of the soccer association here, and my goodness, there's not enough soccer facilities. There's not enough facilities, period. There's not enough hockey ice time. They're on and on. So families are coming in here. It's going to grow. It's going to happen. It's just we need to spend the money. We just need, at the end of the day, somebody to make a decision a lot quicker. Just get it done. That's it. Get it done. Let's get it done.
Got it. I'm sure like you've worked with some amazing people and like you've come across some amazing you're working on a people first approach already, and like, do you want to talk about some people that inspired you or some references that you want to bring in your life? Like, hey, these are some moments that stood out. Hey, in 2018 or like 2005, I cannot forget this moment. Is there any other inspiring story that you want to bring, like that you want to share?
I could. Yeah, the one more personally for me, right? I got let go from one job, right? Everybody's been fired once. Twice. But for me, it was a gentleman that I actually got really inspired with because he let me think a little bit differently. And he worked for a very, very high level company here in the city of Edmonton. He helped design the Ice District, allowed things to happen on the Ice District too. On and on the list goes. Great guy, great person. And I lost my job at that time it was like halfway through COVID. Not because of COVID, just lost my job. It is what it is. And the guy, like the way he grabbed I went to him and I said, hey, I need your help. I got a lot of requests here to work in this place, that place, this place. I was a little upset with the industry because the industry kicked me out again, right? The lighting industry anyways. And I'm like, okay, I don't know how to figure it out. How do I figure this out? There's so many opportunities. There's so many good things in Edmonton. There's so much. How do you figure it out? I don't have one opportunity sitting here. I have multiple opportunities, from starting a business again, to opening up a showroom, to supplying products across Canada, to supplying product across North America, to opening Latin America, to working for an engineering firm. I'm like, don't know where to look. I don't know where to start. No, my wife just has to get a job. I've done that. I've done that already. Let's figure this out. Let's really figure out who knows me well, who's connected with me well, and understands this without my eyes looking at it. And this person, I called him and he told me, David, come in and don't worry, I'll buy coffee because I know you're unemployed. I'm like, thanks. Thank you. Yeah, no, he looked at this stuff. It was just incredible watching him. Like, and it makes me think twice of my paperwork and my process too. Like, he's like, nope, yep, maybe, no, that. I'm like, why did you do it like that? He's like, your energy is high. This is not high. This is not what you're going to get bored way too fast here. You could have this job, but you're going to get bored really fast. Oh, that's true. That's a good point. Thank you. And then he's like, that's easily 50-60% of these requests gone. All right, let's look at this one. You know what? This company over here, it's Edmonton based, but you're an Edmonton guy, but you don't think just Edmonton. You're always thinking Canada. You're saying Canada. You're saying you're saying teammates. You're saying this. You know what? These are no. I'm like, are you serious? Like, that buddy over there told me that.
Right.
It's an opportunity. I want that opportunity. He said, no, that's not you. That's not you. I was like, wow, okay, that's not me. Okay. Finally gets to a couple of the engineering firms. He's like, this one, you know what? Not bad. He thought, looked at it, took a sip of his coffee. Nope, you know what? Not you. Just threw it aside. I was like, oh, all right, well, now I'm confused. Now I'm really confused what you see in me, right?
Right.
Finally, he gets to Williams Engineering. And Williams Engineering, company that's been standing for a long time, has a couple tragedies in it, has purpose, made it through that system, on and on the list goes, works across Canada, worked in the world, worked here, worked there. The people that are at Williams for 32 years, some of them plus. And I didn't know this. And he's telling me this. I don't know. And then he looked at me that I went like, what are you talking about? He's like, David, this is what I'm going to tell you. If you don't take the job, I will. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I will. I'll take the job. Okay, you know what? Thank you for your advice. I'll call them.
Right.
So his method of behavior checking between me and this job opened my eyes to say, wait a minute, why couldn't that connect with that one person? Right? Like, it was like, well, that person, their energy is a lot lower. Maybe I need to drink less coffee for 3-4 days and then go in there with less energy and maybe connect with this person. Oh, but that other guy over there looks like he drank 24 cups of coffee before noon. You know what? I'm going to see if I can keep up with that gentleman, do the same thing, bring that energy up. But it was just that behavior check that he did just inspired me to continue on the path of networking, connecting, reconnect, and even connecting to others. You remind me of somebody, not just your story, but just the way you are. Just the way you are. You have the same mindset. I would love to connect you to this other guy he thinks just like you. I would love to do that. So yeah, he inspired me. He was one of the guys that I would say I would never forget. Yeah.
Right.
But he moved to Toronto, so whatever.
Come back.
Yeah.
Come back to Alberta. No, so there's so many people have actually at least asked me, hey, how is Alberta going? I mean, should I move there and should I not move there? I mean, I don't know. At some point in 2019, man, I was sharing this with someone. 2019, that's when I first came to Alberta for a work thing, and it was winter actually. I mean, I've experienced winter in Toronto. I was in the States. I've seen the winter. Albertan winter is different, and it was minus 44, or you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
And I didn't have a car or anything, and I was living in downtown near Jasper. I had to walk. It was a 7-minute walk, right? I mean, in summers it's great. It's like a breeze, goes like that. It was minus 44 and I was walking. It looked like an hour. Those 7 minutes was the most brutal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The couple of days ago, it was like minus 20 and whatnot. I walked, it was fine. And suddenly it was minus 42. I thought it's going to be okay, just 7 minutes. Those are the most brutal 7 minutes I still always remember. And the following day, I was wearing multiple layers, multiple socks and whatnot. And it was like any other day, man. Like people still had their Tim Hortons coffee in their hand and they were just walking. It's like any other day. That's the spirit I've never seen anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, like working on the construction site. Like for me, we were doing a Home Depot in Red Deer in summer. 2 days before we were on site, a tornado passed close by. Like that's big change in weather. That's massive change in weather. And then we're working on top of the roof on the Q deck. The Q deck, just a steel roof. And it's pivot like this down. And the reflection of the sun off the Q deck into our face is a different temperature than on the Q deck itself. So we threw a thermostat reader on the Q deck because all the conduits that we were laying around and picking up and moving everywhere, we could not touch it with our bare hands. It was just too hot. The thermostat told us it was 61 degrees on that Q deck. So there was a couple of the gentlemen that didn't put, sunscreen and take care of themselves properly, got massive sunburns, and some got blisters. This is years ago. They got blisters and they had to go to the hospital. They had to go do their thing. And then I had the other version working in Edmonton, a little bit up north as well, where we're working on these high rises and we're 30 stories off the ground. The wind is completely different to the wind on the ground up there, right? Like it's very different. So we got the wind blowing straight through us. And I'm like, you know what? I still have that thermostat. I'm going to use that thermostat again. And another guy's like, no, dude, it's too cold. It's too cold. Like, there's no way. I'm like, well, according to the product that we pull, like Lumex wire in a household, is rated for negative 27. If you move it beyond that point, the insulation of that wire breaks. It just cracks and breaks. It's useless. Do not work. It cannot work. In this place, we were minus 52 with the wind up there at that height. the crane elevators announcing time to go home, guys. We cannot work in this weather. According to the boss, he's like, no, you guys are working in this weather, except you're going to work 5 minutes on and then 10 minutes heating up. 5 minutes on, 10 minutes heating up. 5 minutes. Okay, fine, whatever. But yeah, I've worked in both type of weathers here in just one province. Imagine the people that work across Canada. I'm just like, holy, it's a shock. It's a complete shock. It's incredible what Canada has. I just love it.
I mean, talk to me about like Latin America a little bit. I know, I mean, infrastructure, there are a few things that are like, I know Canada, US, like the Western world, certain things are different, but I love the people, man. I've been to I've been to Bogota, I've been to Mexico, I've been to Colombia and Mexico, not any other country in Latin America yet. I want to visit more countries. Something I love about is the people, amigos, and the friendship that they build and the excitement that they bring actually. So, and I remember we were in Bogota and like after work, we went to a place of like, it's not rec room. It's like a rec room kind of a place where we went and there were like frogs and we are supposed to, I don't know what's the name of the game. You might.
Senior frogs?
Yeah, something like that. Actually, we're supposed to throw a ball and it should go inside a frog. It is great, actually. We had a lot of fun. And so many other games that we were playing. But explain the people, explain the culture, actually. Yes, of course, you guys are very cheerful people. I love that about the Latin community.
Yeah, well, maybe it's the sun, all the sun that we get. But I think it goes down to all the food and our music. Our music is just beautiful music. It's always happy. Salsa, merengue, cumbias, now reggaeton, right? It's very beautiful, happy music. The lyrics, some of it's not that happy, but the beats are. Like it gets you going. It's always happy. And that builds our culture so well across the board. And then our colors are always out there, always just standing out. Like in Mexico, you go there, you get your greens, your yellow, your purple, your red. They're out there. Like it's really, really fun. Even pinks. But here in Canada, we like our very dark colors. Like we're really, browns.
Subtle.
Yeah, no, over there it's that. And then our food. Yeah, like last night we hosted an event, tequila and taco night.
There you go.
A couple clients, beautiful group. And the food came out. It was all the flavors you can think of, from spice to sweet to. That's our life. Right? And we don't do the basic stuff. We got to add a little bit of color, right? So every little piece of food was a different color, right? And then the drink is a different color. You had some palomas. I know that. So
yeah.
Our drinks. Yeah. So not alone out there, just seeing that is just amazing. And then our culture itself it's pretty old, right? It goes back 1,500 years minimum, right? So it's there. So it's always inspiring. It's always questions. Here in Canada, it's a little smaller, right? It's a little bit quieter. We'll get there 100%. But yeah, Latin America, like Latinos, we love it. We just love it.
Right. What part of that is you miss here in Canada? And what part of that you think it could be more of in Canada?
So in Canada, mostly Edmonton, let's call it. Here, Edmonton, winters kind of hold us back from being outside more. We do go outside, but we go to facilities or the mountains, right? But in Latin America, I don't know if you've ever seen this. It's probably in your country too, is a lot of kids on the streets. A lot of kids on the streets, hundreds of kids always on the street, riding their bikes, playing soccer, some type of sport. The fields are always full, right? And this could be a population thing, but I'll tell you, the fields were always full. Somebody's playing on these fields. It doesn't matter what. They were playing soccer outside. We were running around. Kids were coming in and out of your house. You didn't even know who those kids were. Like we were in and out of houses all the time. And it didn't matter. If you were safe, everything was good. It was happy. And everybody got fed. It didn't matter what your income was. Everybody got something, even if it was just a cookie over here to a Slurpee over there, Canadian style.
Right.
But it was awesome to see that atmosphere. When we got here to Canada, no, there's nobody on the street playing anything. Like it was really quiet, very, very homey. Like you had to go to a rec center. It's like, oh, what do I have to pay for this, pay for that, pay for this, pay for that, just to go kick a ball? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I can go to any field back home or on the streets. It didn't matter. Everybody was safe. Here, there was a couple kids, a couple neighborhoods, not every neighborhood, just a couple neighborhoods. You had to figure out where they were. Kids playing hockey, street hockey, right? But that was it. So I miss that atmosphere of just a whole bunch of kids, just a whole bunch of things happening out there, and just the community constantly doing something. All of a sudden, you're
Right.
2 doors down, somebody was doing pupusas in the Salvador, like pupusa, and they all started coming. All of a sudden, all the other moms come out and they started helping making pupusas. Here, no, you don't get that here. It's very different culture, community sense.
Right. I mean, you get out, you got to open your wallet. Like, get anywhere, you have to open your wallet, right? There.
Yep.
Yeah, it's keep spending. One thing I remember, like when you were mentioning that there was an event like that I went, I was there, and like he's a good friend of mine, and I was like with him every day, and he took for a family birthday kind of an event in Bogota, and I thought we were going to just cut cakes and probably have a meal, and then, but it was like, yeah, suddenly I was dancing with the grandmother. I mean, like, come, let's dance. I mean, I was not prepared to dance at all, and like the grandmom was dancing, and the family were dancing, and the family kind of came together. I think it was her 70th birthday or something. I could be wrong, but it was amazing. I mean, like suddenly there was dance and music, and of course, great food. So the entire vibe for I never experienced that otherwise. I mean, birthdays are pretty much like you cut your cake and you have your thing, and you probably have some events around kids, but adults were actually equally enjoying it.
Yeah.
That's a part I've never experienced here in the Western world, actually.
No. You're 100% right. Like down there, your next door neighbor will show up and he'll be like, listen, I didn't even know whatever party you're having, but I like the smell of the food. I'm in. It's like,
Right.
Yeah. All of a sudden, the whole neighborhood is in there, and it didn't matter. It just didn't matter. You were happy. You were enjoying. You got to know. That was the first steps of actually networking properly, if relationship building, right, through your community. Yeah, here we got to go to a community hall. Oh, what do you mean we got to go to a community hall? Well, you have to rent it. What do you mean I have to rent it? What is this all about, right? Yeah, it's very difficult here to get that community sense, right?
Right.
Or it's scheduled. I have that argument with a lot of people, but like back home, all of a sudden they were celebrating whatever they wanted to celebrate, and you heard the music, you hear the food. It's like, oh, I'm gonna walk by. Oh, come in, join us. Okay, thank you. Right? Let's figure out who's here, and just enjoy life. Here, you gotta go online. You gotta check on the calendar. Oh, they're having an event. Great, I'm gonna go. Like, why aren't you just having fun? Just go. Just do whatever you want. But you can't here. It's not like that.
I know something now. If Pathfinders is having a community event, I know who to reach out. So thank you. Yeah, let's do that. Talk to me about El Salvador and Mexico, David. Like, because I know that there's so many countries in the Latin American community. I don't know much about El Salvador. I've not visited. I want to visit. I heard great stuff, but now, I mean, it used to be one of the most dangerous places. Now it's the most safest, most country in the world. So kudos to Bukele and then their entire crew. But what are something that I don't know? I have no idea about. Otherwise, from what I'm seeing in Twitter, I don't know anything about El Salvador. Talk to me about El Salvador and Mexico. You spent some good amount of time there, so that stands out. Okay, that only exists in El Salvador or only in Mexico, kind of.
All right. Well, I'll tell you the first thing is so I got blood from El Salvador, right?
Right.
But I was born in Mexico. But a lot of people here in Canada that I network with, they're like, David, tacos? Yeah, you're Mexican. Let's go. It's like, yes. But I know the culture of Mexico, but I know the culture of El Salvador more, right? Because that's where my parents come from, right? That's my parents' way. That's our life. That's our families live there. Some live in Mexico because they left, but that's as far as it goes. Mexico, beautiful country. Mariachi, tequila, the history itself, just beautiful. The beaches, the best beaches in the world. There's some of them are there, right? On and on the list goes. Like, it's just amazing that, like, right now, if you go to Oaxaca, Mexico, for the Day of the Dead, that is on a hundreds people's bucket list. You have to go there for the Day of the Dead there. So it's a celebration of the people that have passed in our families, and we celebrate their passing, right? So they get one day to get remembered. Disney has released a lot of movies based on that. There's a lot of theories on that too. But that celebration alone is one of the biggest in Latin America for the Day of the Dead. And it's in Oaxaca. Oaxaca, Mexico is just beautiful that on that side. So Mexico itself has many states, just like Canada has provinces. Every state in Mexico is a different culture. different dance, different food, different everything. So here in Edmonton, we got a couple restaurants from Luna to, well, Rostizados, Gompa, Frida, on and on and on the list goes. And each restaurant comes from a different state in Mexico. Right? So now you get the food from the north, the seafood from the north, the way they make it. The other ones, oh no, it's from Zacatecas. The other one's from Veracruz. Every single one, even the clothing is different, but still the same language because the story. We got conquered by the Spaniards, right? So, yeah. But Mexico alone has so much to offer in culture and design and on the list goes. Beautiful. Salvador went through hell. They actually did. It's pretty bad storyline there. My parents left because of the civil war that happened there. Salvador is right between Costa Rica, Honduras, Panama, and Guatemala, right? It's one of the smallest countries there. It used to be named the #1 place for surfing in the world. Got a volcano. It's got an active volcano there. Banana trees. I tell a lot of people when I tell them what our backyard was coffee, jalapenos, cocaine, jalapenos. It grew in the backyard. Like, you don't know, like it's all there. Like it's tropical.
For real.
Yeah. It's 20 degrees at night and in the day. It's not, it goes up to 23 and then it goes back to 20 and then 25 and 20. It just ranges in there all the time, day and night. So our buildings are not made out of wood. They're made out of concrete. Why are they made out of concrete? Concrete holds temperature a little bit better and repels temperature better, right? So it's cooler in the day and warm at night because at night it releases the hot temperature within the concrete, right? So it really settles down that space. So yeah, that city, the country has gone through a lot. Since the 70s, it has gone through a lot. The gangs took over, a lot of extortion. It was the worst country to be. It was right along Medellin and Colombia, a murder every 2 minutes, a murder a minute. It was highly controlled in violence. But our new president there decided that's enough. That is enough. We're done. We are done. So he cleaned it up pretty much, I think, overnight because it took such a long time from the Civil War to being controlled by gangs to recognizing it. That process there, that loss process is about 30. And now he's done this in the last less than 10 years. It's the safest place in the world. Now we got our pupusas back. You know how everybody says Mexico and their tacos?
Right.
El Salvador is pupusas. And pupusas are a tortilla. It's flat tortilla that's stuffed with cheese.
I want to take a look at it now. I'm already hungry. Actually, let's search it. I'm gonna share my screen. Let me know if you see it.
I see it.
Help me. Pupusas.
You can't even see. Yeah, there it is, right there. First one. Yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
Got it. This is the one?
Yeah, those are the ones. Yeah. So tortillas are stuffed with some are beans, cheese. Other ones are zucchini, cheese. Cheese is basically the main ingredients. I'm holding it all together. Other ones is chorizo, pork, meat, chicken, whatever you like. It's all your heart desires. And
love it.
It's it's a street dish back home, but now it's becoming a very popular high-end dish. And here in Edmonton, there's only one place that makes them. Now that finally there's two coming up, and there's, I think, a food truck that's doing it. Vancouver's only got a food truck and one restaurant.
Okay, I mean, this is an El Salvador dish or is it a Mexican dish?
No, El Salvador, Salvadorian.
El Salvador, okay.
Yeah, Salvadorian. Yeah, Calgary, there's one place too, just one. I think Red Deer has one. Lethbridge has one now as well. So they're all coming up, but they're coming up as it's really very amazing to see that dish come out. And it's really good. You gotta try it.
No, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna bookmark it. If we go to this restaurant, I don't know it's from which Latin country. It's Habaneros in Leduc.
Okay.
We have visited already 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 times already. It's amazing.
Awesome. That's amazing. Yeah.
It's not like every other. I don't know if it's Mexican. I don't know. It's Habaneros. You get great Latin food actually. If you haven't tried it, you should try it. It's in Leduc downtown. They have been there for over 50 years. That's what I'm.
I haven't tried it. Well, yeah, I should. Next time I talk through, I will.
Habaneros. It's great food. I love that. Yeah. Awesome. So That's great. So bringing back to Edmonton and your current life and what you're doing. So you moved from different job sites to now in the boardrooms. So how does it feel actually? You spent several decades and like, you're getting into a different role, and you mentioned about being visible inside and being visible outside as a role that you're performing. How does it all come together? And what's the part you love, man? Like, I think you're a people person. I don't know, I could be wrong. I don't want to speak for you, but
Yeah, no, I don't like people. No, it is an interesting question because you're right. You're 100% right. Like I was on a job site communicating very differently, right? My communication skills on a job site was, hey, when are you going to get that done? Right? Or they'll come up to me, hey, you're not done. You're not following schedule. We're falling behind schedule. Let's go. And you got to yell across the job site. It's ridiculous. The communication skills are completely different there. You're loud. You're very loud. And now you're wearing steel-toe boots, Carhartt. You got mud on your face. Your hands are always dirty. Your hands are twice the weight because your muscles are stronger, right? It's really interesting, that role. And then you get into the space of, I'm actually in a boardroom and the heaviest thing I'm picking up is a pen. I'm going to get fat pretty quick, right? It was like, okay. And the communication skills are completely different. More respectful, more to the point, right? You got to write it down. You got to take notes. Yeah. The minute meetings, on and on the list goes. It's like, it's very different communication skills. And I find it very difficult too, because in the lifestyle of being an electrical contractor, if I communicated something, I could go check that work at the end of the day if it got done. It's very simple. All right. Here in this world, I send an email. Hey, are you done? I send it at 4:50. The guy's not going to answer.
No way. 3 p.m. You're done for the day, pretty much.
Pretty much, right? Pretty much. Right?
Yeah.
So next day it's like, well, I got to send a second email. Right. And I send it around, 10:30. Well, they could be a coffee break / lunch, and they don't answer. It's like, okay, well, so now do I got to call them? Like, okay, call them. Hey, did you see my email? Oh, yours is the bottom of the list, man. I got 100 emails today. Like, oh, okay, well, I really want to yell at you. Like, can you answer the question, please? Right. But then, you got to get into that seniority level. You got to get to the communication is very, very different when it comes to the boardroom or professional level. You may get lucky. You may get lucky that you have teammates that, will communicate with you quickly, like very quickly. And that's beautiful. Right? It makes your life a lot easier. But that's one of the things that my eyes got opened up to communication skills. And with my English, it's very tough because my English is backwards. I still try to I think in Spanish and try to put it down in English, right? And so I can't take my time. I type it all out and then I read it. I'm like, whoa, what was I trying to say there? All right, calm down. Let's reread this, right? Like it's take one step at a time, right? But very different world, very, very different world. But I like it.
I was maybe it's not the right context, but like killing with kindness. I don't know. Have you heard that phrase?
Yes, I've heard that killing with kindness.
Because you cannot be loud, and the moment you do a second follow up, like he's being rude, and should you be kind or should you get the work done? And like there's a fine line you have to play, and you step over the line, then there's like I don't know, man. It's I don't know. We've made our lives more difficult than we're supposed to. Actually, I mean, like 2 + 2 is Is it a yes or a no? Or are we going or are we not going? Is it done or not done? Like, or maybe. I mean, like, I don't like the maybe part, but.
Well, that's the other thing I've learned here in the boardroom. Maybe means yes. Maybe means no. No means yes. Yes means no. It all depends on the day, how we feel. I'm like, my goodness. On the job site, it was no. It's plain and simple. No. Maybes didn't exist because the job wouldn't get done, right? That's physical. Yeah. In the boardroom, it all depends how I feel. I got 100 emails. Maybe I'll get to it. No. I need it now.
Right.
Yes. And they walk away and they got 100 emails and it's like, no.
I was watching a video. I don't know if you've heard this guy, like Trevor Noah. He's a comic. So he was talking about like how text messages are interpreted. I mean, it's similar for email too, because the tone of it's in the text form, right? I mean, you're not in video, you're not expressing yourself. And if someone says like, okay, cool, right? So it can sound in 100 different ways, right? Right? It could be very different based on the context. And if someone's saying, okay, cool. So maybe like, does it show, is it disinterested? Are they not interested in replying? Or okay, cool. Or maybe it doesn't mean anything. And so he was adding. So every time I send a message, I also add a voice note. So just to convey what I'm trying to convey.
You know what? You have to. You have to.
Right. I thought that was interesting because like that kind of like doesn't create gaps for misunderstanding. You could be writing, saying something like, oh, cool, thanks. Right. So that's a simple response. Like, oh, he's not being very interested in my working with me or something. I mean, people could interpret it in different ways.
100%. I got people that will reply to an email quickly, right? It's like, okay, that guy doesn't have work. No, I mean, no. He's got work. And then there's the other one that takes, at least 12 hours to reply just to give a thumbs up. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Really? And then there's another one that next day I wake up and the work is done. It's in the file. I'm like, did you work all night? They think, hey, are you okay? Like, are you taking the rest of the morning off? He's like, no, I'm fine. Well, why didn't you just say that you'll get it done by 10 a.m. tomorrow? He's like, but it's done. Why do I have to tell you? Yes, you're right. You don't have to tell me anything, but that's the communication skills. That's where it's really difficult. It's more behavior than anything else here at this level. Yeah, but yeah, it's really, really interesting. Or it could be a culture thing too, though.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we don't know what their background is, what their bringing is, and like what they mean by certain things. Cool, thanks might be cool. Thank you. It could be done.
Oh, I want to say one other one with a comedian. I forget the comedian's name, and he said,
Right.
a word that we in English use a lot, right? And he used it for many formats. It's like, wow, one word can mean a whole bunch of things, right? So it's pretty impressive. But no, I'm talking more at the culture sense of like Latin America. We love, as you know, I've explained how happy we are, how we like to interact, how we always want to be together. We're on a community sense. So we want to build a relationship first before we get to the boardroom. We're always about, we'll have a dinner first, a lunch first, get to know you, get to know everything about you as much as possible. We might have even done the deal at that table already. And by the time we get to the boardroom, the deal's done. Like, we're
Explain that. I always wanted to ask this question to a Latin person who understands that. Explain the concept of deal making from the Latin word. I mean, forget Canada for a bit now, because that's an important thing. Because like I've seen that every time I interacted with the Latin community, and when I'm talking to them, that's different because like I'm not a Latin guy. They know me by my name. I was in a meeting, man. I was working with a bank in Bogota, 10th floor something. I'm the engineer guy. I'm working at the time trying to create the software and whatnot. And the only thing I would understand from the entire conversation every 5 minutes, it was a 1 hour, 30 minutes, 90-minute conversation. Every 5 minutes, they would tell my name, Vijayan, right? That's how it's pronounced. So every 5 minutes, they would say Vijayan. And I would ask a guy next to me, he speaks a little bit English. And after 30 minutes, he would give me a short thing. Yeah, this is what they said. And like, but every 5 minutes, my name is being like said, like, what are you guys talking about? Tell me everything. So explain the deal-making process, Davi.
Well, I've done a little bit of deal making over there and deal breaking too.
Right.
Through the lighting industry that I worked with before, and a little bit of what my parents used to do back then too. But no, for us, it's always acknowledging the person's presence, right? This is the person that we've been dealing with. This is the person we're talking to. This is the person I'm engaged with. This is the person I had lunch with. This is the person I understand what he's here for. Right. So that's the first couple steps is we understand that process. We're not guessing. We're not guessing on this. And if the meeting changes to we didn't understand ourselves last night, the meeting's over. The meeting's completely over. There's nothing more happening. We're not going to go through this process. Stop. Done. Let's get out of here and I'll meet you tonight for dinner. We're going to fix this, right? That's the first step, right? Understanding the individual, understanding the personality, understanding who we are as a team, because we're going to be working together for a long time. Here in Canada, we ask, how's your family doing? This is a meeting. Why are you asking me that? Right. It's like, well, how's your personal life? Again, this is a meeting. Are we going to talk about this project, eh? Yes, but we want to know, who are you? Okay. All right. Sure. Right. And it's like, okay. But then when the meeting's done, they walk away. Yeah. And over there in Latin America, it's, we got to know you. We know your mom. You know your dad. We danced together. We had tequila. We had whatever it is that you do to create in whatever country you work in Latin America to create the sense of understanding of what you are looking for. And here we call it, you got to find out what the client wants. Yeah. Well, then if I didn't know that, I wouldn't be talking to them.
Right.
They want to build a project. Well, exactly what they want. No, Canada, relax.
Right.
Hey, let's go. You know what? I'm going to figure out what they want, and I'm going to sell me and more of whatever I represent company wise, right? I can figure this out like that over dinner. You're sitting there, you're talking just like me and you're talking right now. We'll figure out everything. I'm going to know that, yeah, you like X because of the book behind you. You like this because of Canada flag behind you. Like, I'm going to ask those questions and I'm going to keep going. That's dinner. That's the walk. That's the talk. That's the pre-meeting in their boardroom to understand what their vision is. And then when we go to the meeting, itself, those meetings feel so high level meetings, because it goes right to the source and the solutions, not to the problems, to the source and the solutions. Hey, remember last night I said this? And they're like, yep, I got a solution for you. This, done. What helps in this process? Yes, you did have dinner after hours. You connected with the person after hours. You created a new network. You created a partnership, a bit of a trust, friendship level business. What happens at the level of business itself, is you actually consumed less hours, right? Your
optimization. It's optimized already.
Yeah, it's optimized already. You went, you fixed the source. And sometimes you bring in the solution right away. Hey, you know what? You said this last night. This is the guy that can help. Boom, here you go. Here's the answering. And it was so much easier process. And then when you finish, as Latinos, what we like to do is we go celebrate after. Hey, we're done. We're heading the right direction. Let's go. All right. That's how it's done. Here, so did you understand the meeting? Yeah, I understand the meeting, but I still had some questions. All right. Set up another meeting then. Set up another meeting? Like, why do I need to set up another? We just had a meeting, but I can email you these questions. No, get the team, set up another meeting. Why are we having another meeting?
Right.
Like, it's a meeting on top of a meeting on top of a meeting. It's like, okay, as I scratch your head, it's like, well, we just lost $5,000, guys.
I know the reason, Javid. I checked in the Oxford Dictionary the other day. They said that productivity equal to more meetings. Actually, that's what the dictionary said.
I believe it. One meeting after another. Yeah. Just keep putting it on there. Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Doesn't kick anywhere, actually.
Yeah, and there's parts of the world, not just Latin America, that operate like that. There's a book that I like. It's called The Culture Map. It's a really good book, The Culture Map. Yeah, by Myers, and it shows it talks about all international companies that work in different areas of the world, and how you connect. Like an American is more direct. Americans, if they ask a question and they look at you and you have an answer like that, right? It's like, yes, I blah, 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 blah. And honestly, the person just repeated exactly what you said. That's not really, that's like, that's not productive, guy. Like, it's like, what are you doing? Like, that's just a fast reaction. That's the culture of the United States, right? And then you go to the culture for like Japan. You look at somebody straight in the eyes and they're looking away. It's not because they're not engaged with you. It's just they don't have a question. They don't have anything for you. But if they're looking at you straight in the eyes and they're looking at you like really intensity, it's like, do you have a question? They're not going to go, no. They're already engaged with you. So, I see you having a question. And they have hell of a question, right? I've also seen like working in Germany, some parts of Germany with another manufacturer, and the product's getting manufactured in India. And the culture difference is massive. It's massive, right? So here's the guy from Germany going, hey, you guys did a great job, but I need you to change the size of this light fixture. I need you to make it smaller. Here's the drawings. I mean, a prototype. No. What happens is in the manufacturer in India decided to do the next 1,000 that size. You told us what to do. We're going to do it.
Right.
Where's my prototype? Well, no, it's done, sir. It's done. We did what you asked for. It's done. Like, it's complete. Yay, right? Or you get the other version where you go there, you give the pat on the back, tell them that they did a wonderful job. We kept up with quota. We succeeded. We're doing great. Awesome job. One pat on the back, right? One simple pat on the back. You leave. The guy from Germany goes to his email because he's so proud, because he needs to pass that love on, sends an email, say, hey, you guys did a wonderful job. You guys are great. Keep up the production, this and that. Monday comes around, nobody showed up for work. Why? Because in our culture, even my culture, if my mom tells me I did a good job once, I'll believe her. If my mom told me twice, she's lying to me. I'm in trouble. I'm fired, right? It's a different sense of culture. All of a sudden, he's like, he thinks like, no, I didn't do anything wrong. No, you did something wrong. You made him double guess their work.
Mm.
But in Canada, we're like, good boy, good boy, good boy. It's like, like leave me alone. Like I get it. But that's a culture. And at Williams Engineering, it's really interesting because we have such a diverse team. It's full of diversity. We got from Asia, from Latin America, Europe, on and on the list goes. It's like, wow. So how do we communicate? That's the biggest skill so far that I've enjoyed learning, enjoyed pushing forward, and growing a community within Williams Engineering to even have better conversations on how to move on projects. So it's been pretty cool.
Wow. Huh. So you're now in the relationship building business, and you're doing more business development work, if I'm not wrong. So how's that been going? And like, I mean, I'm sure all of this, like the collective lessons, if you will, that kind of helps when you're making decisions, when you're interacting, when you're making new deals, whether it's with the Latin community or with the Canadian community or with the Asian community, whatever, right? But talk to me about the relationship building aspect, how important it is. And because I'm learning it as I speak, I'm the guy, I mean, like sitting behind a desk, David, for a long time. Oh, here's what your supervisor tells you to do. Okay, I'm pretty much doing that. But at the same time, was not loving that aspect of it. And especially in the last 5-6 years, where I'm trying to do more outreach and do the business networking and whatnot. Initially, it felt like a pain. Oh, wow, I have to go to that meeting and say hello to 100 different people I don't know, right? And over a period of time, and then I started enjoying that. Actually, I met some amazing people here in Edmonton in the chamber, and they would send me text back. And obviously, people are looking for, trying to help each other with the B2B and whatnot. But the conversation part, I started enjoying, especially because the stories that you're sharing here, for instance, and I don't get those kind of stories. So I live for those moments and live for the stories. And I'm trying to build that authentic relationship as much as possible I can.
Yeah.
And I love that process, actually. So what has been your journey, and what are you learning with the relationship building? And I'm learning too. So we can share notes, if you will. So
Yeah, no, I'm always up for learning. Always up for learning. Mostly in relationship building because everybody's different. Everybody's different. Every firm is different, right? So it's difficult. It's not an easy path, but it is an enjoyable path, and I've enjoyed it a lot. And for me, I can start from the beginning, telling my principal there, I'm not going to be a doctor, dentist, lawyer. Me and her built a relationship that round. And then from the electrical contracting world, it was a different type of relationship build that honestly, if I didn't keep talking to those people, there's a couple people that I still talk to that are part of my industry now that come from back then. So it's really, really important to always speak in a positive method, good method that builds relationships. Don't break relationships. Don't point fingers. Don't. Business is business. But friendship itself, friendship is the one that's really important. And I find that builds a better relationship for your network and for your success in your career, whatever you're trying to do, personally or career-wise, right? It is very important to keep that positive, that good notion, all success to you, done deal, great, keep it going. And like, again, there's a company my first employee that I hired at my company a long time ago. He is now one of the suppliers of the product that we specify here at Williams Engineering. And we hugged and we talked, and he looked at me. Do you remember when you hired me? Yep, I remember when I hired you. He's like, do you remember when you fired me? Yes, I do. He's like, he laughs about it. I laugh about it. We still communicate. For my other journey too, for the lighting supply side, I was on my own. I had my own showroom. I have the same clientele that I have now. Right. But they went from their residential business work to their commercial aspect. Right. So it's really interesting to see that. Then I moved into the supply chain. The competitors, they knew of me. Some of them didn't like me. Supposedly I took jobs away from them, but it's all good. So business is business, right? Now I'm on the other side where I become their client. So because we still get along, we're still really good friends. It's that friendship relationship part that I always find is the key. Get to know the person, get to know them really down to earth on what they are, who they are, and what are they trying to do in the city. That to me is valuable. That creates a very good, strong network, because today I went to an event, talked to 200 people before lunchtime, and it was an event. It was a really impressive event. I've never been to this one. This was my first time that I've been to it. It's called Aaron. So what they do is they allow entrepreneurs, startup companies, or companies that are having a bit of a difficult time getting the right answer out there. So out of this whole auditorium thing, they do their presentation. They got 3 minutes to do their elevator pitch. And at the end of it, they actually say, this is where I need help. And out of the whole auditorium, out of all the 200 people that are sitting there, hands went up quickly. I know who you need to contact. I know who you need to work with. I know that I can help you here. I know. All of a sudden, it was just one after another. It's like, whoa, this is impressive, right? This is impressive. You told your story. You told where you're having difficulties, and now you're making a relationship. That, to me, is being honest, open. I want a friendship. To me, that's what it is. And so to me, yeah, it's, again, friendship first, business second.
Right. I love that. I love that. I used to say relationship first, sales last, but it's the same thing. Friendship first. Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love what we're saying. We have, I like the vibe that we interacted with. I mean, I keep repeating myself, but I think the positivity and the cheerfulness that you bring to that conversation, that I will always remember my first interaction with the person, because that stays for a long time. So yours stays with me. So now let's segue into a different section. Okay. Let's enough about you. Now,
no, about you.
Just kidding. No, just kidding. No, it's not about me. I want to segue into something, we call it an AI section. So it'll just to make it more fun and exciting. So you can tell the AI what you want. It will draw something for you, and we'll have a question around it. So that's the next section.
Okay. All right. Okay. Go for it.
Yeah.
Is this the Apple intelligence, or is it the...
It's Elon's. It's Elon's, the Grok.
Oh, it's like, okay, all right. This one, okay. I've never tried this one.
It's cool. You should try it. It's cool. So you're gonna tell Grok what you want to be drawn, and it'll draw that for you.
Okay.
So draw me a light. Whatever. That's it. Draw me a light.
Draw me a light in a space station concept. Yeah, let's do that. I've never seen this.
Let's see what it comes up with. It tries. I mean, sometimes it surprises me every time. It comes with something new. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that.
There you go. Wow. So it's inside a space station.
Yeah.
I'll send you this image. It's beautiful. And then you see here, it kind of like brings the light. I think I don't know. There are a couple of astronauts sitting in the space station.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That one's pretty cool right there. That concept.
Yeah.
That light fixture already exists, which is really cool to see. All right. I like it.
Yeah. The question that comes to my mind is like, how's light shaping the humanity as a whole, actually? I mean, I know it lightens up people's days when it is darker, but what is the role of, maybe this is the question, what is the role that light plays in everyday humanity? Since you are in that field, you are in that business, that's a question that comes to me.
It helps us advance in many levels, mostly education lately. I don't know if you knew that. In education itself, there's a lot of towns or cities or villages. We can go right down to villages that do not have any electricity to it. Local people have found ways to illuminate internally inside their huts, sheds, homes to continue studying at night. One concept that came out, I think it's almost 20 years old now, but it is a particle illumination in water, a bottle of water, and the sun hits it and illuminates the inside of a space. No electricity needed. It's just reflective of light within the water with a little bit of other chemicals in there, and it just illuminates the space. That has been one thing that's been used across Africa, parts of Asia. Like, they continue using that. They just cut a hole on top of the metal roof, stuff it in there, seal it up, move on. Like, it is, lighting itself is allowing little kids to actually study indoors now in a safe area, away from the sun, from the weather that's really damaging lately. So that's allowed it to happen, which I think, in a way, keep going. Just keep going with that mentality, and we're going to find other innovations to help other areas. Like up north in Canada, there's not enough power stations up there. And we in Williams Engineering, we're helping out with other clients to get power stations up there so they have power throughout, so they can actually study. So if we get more lighting in these areas and more innovative ways with batteries, with lithium and the LED chip or luminescence to take it to these cities, take it to these towns, take it to these villages, take it to the tribes, and help them read their books, get educated. I think that's going to be a massive improvement for the human evolution.
Got it. No, that's beautiful, man. Like how you said it. Something I don't know. I'm hearing an echo of my own voice for some reason. That's what I was checking.
Yours is going back. Yours is going back and forth. Yeah, you went down low, then it went up high.
Yeah,
it's all good.
I think I'm good now. Hopefully, are you still hearing an echo of no? Are you okay?
No. Okay. Everything's good now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But something that came to mind is like they say natural light versus like artificial light, right? I mean, they say often I see this like sunlight is the best disinfectant. Is that the quote? How do you see sunlight versus, because it has been in the culture, I don't know, is it in the Mayan culture? I don't know, I could be wrong, but natural light and sunlight, how do you see both playing a role in humanity? That's a follow-up question to your thing.
Artificial lighting is catching up to real light. It's getting there. We're starting controlling it through temperature controls, and temperature control means that the color itself, like yellow light, very 18K to like 6,000 Kelvin, very, very white light.
Right.
We're controlling that, and it's helping also with our indoor farms, vertical farms, and growing vegetables, and even down to cannabis, right? We figured out all the UV levels where the plant can grow more or bloom more or leaf more, right? Like it's really interesting that the scientist community has figured all of that out. 2 aspects of dark sky matters, right? Like don't face the light up into the sky. That's light pollution. Here in Canada, well, in Alberta, we don't worry too much about that because we don't have much turtles here, but we do worry about the light levels for the animals that go hunting at night and the prey that's hiding, right? Because sometimes the lights are too bright and it looks like sun and they come out.
Yeah.
So there's a different level of light there, down to all the way to safety in a space like a parking lot. A parking lot requires a certain level of light, right, to be safe for individuals, even between cars. A light level in your office space needs to be a certain level so you can actually operate and feel good about the space. But now the LEDs are coming in with a little bit more red in there. There's another code, a safety code, standards, wellness that they throw in there. So there's a little bit more red in there. So you as a human feel like it's actually sunlight, more relaxing, more not really hard light that gives you a headache at the end of the day. So we're finding that more. So we're getting closer to natural light. I don't think we'll never match natural light because natural light also has a vitamin C in it, right? Radiation in it that actually helps us and kills us. But it's either or. But the sun is beautiful. The sun. I said this to a friend. I'm like, the sun is so amazing that it's the closest we'll ever be to a star, right?
Yeah,
it is a star.
Yeah, I just wanted to add some light to that question. Pun intended. I mean, like, especially in the winters, right? I mean, when in the summers, it's great. You're always happy. You want to go out. You're moving, right? Yeah. You're in your shorts or like in your sneak. You're constantly moving. You want to get out and do something. In the winter, especially, I mean, for us in Alberta, actually, it gets darker around 3-4 p.m. and it's sometimes the mood of the day kind of like depends when there's not enough light. I'm sure I've had many people say that. I feel like that too sometimes when it gets too darker. I like when the light is up, right? Yeah. So is there anything from the lighting community that kind of addresses that? Should we make the home more brighter or the office more brighter, especially in the winters, actually? What are you guys suggesting or recommending to elevate the mood, if you will? That's the light question I had.
Yeah, that's a good light question. So projects in Canada still haven't been moving that direction yet. It's a pretty expensive product, but it does exist. This does exist. The first level is lighting controls. So lighting controls can mimic a sun. So throughout the whole day, it mimics what the sun will be during the whole day within the space. So when you get into the office in the morning, you want to wake up. And the only reason you wake up as a human is, again, you look outside, you see the sunrise. It's like, oh, that's beautiful. You start to wake up throughout the day, and your highest point of energy is midday, right? So that's the sun's mid, and you just keep going. And then at the end of the day, you want to relax. You want to start slowing down, relaxing, and you got the sunset. So the lighting control system can control that whole process within the space beautifully, right? Easy concept, easy way. You need the light fixture to make sure it works like that. Yes, there are little table lamps that mimic also the UV levels for your space, that mimic the idea of outside natural light. You only need a certain amount of dose for the body itself, for the skin to absorb that and make you feel a little bit different. So the emotional lighting, right? Now, there's some other ones for residential level. Some people don't believe in this. Some people do. It's all up to you at the end of the day, how you feel as a human with this process. So it's aromatherapy lighting, therapy lighting. So some homes that I've worked in have shower heads or shower components that actually have lights that change or mimic the sun as well. So if you create a sunrise effect while you're taking a shower in the morning, and it feels much better. The human body, the human eyes reflect that idea, think that idea, because it's the same color motions, the same color setting, and that nice deep yellow that you're like, oh yeah, that's the sunrise I saw in Mexico on Puerto Vallarta, right? Like on the beach. Like it's that mimicking that really, really helps. So it does exist, not a cheap method out there, but it is available for many, many, many uses. But start with the lighting control aspect first.
Got it. No, I always had that question. Any product you add a light, it kind of becomes better. I mean, let's say you have a coffee mug, you add light to it, it kind of becomes better, right? Instantly, right?
I used to have a shirt that had lights in it, actually, or in the zipper. They had it was optics lights, that went through there. So when you go jogging at night, you can be seen. When you go walking at night, you can be seen. But we used it for parties like raves,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, lighting is almost in everything nowadays. The technology is getting more and more advanced, getting smaller, and it can be in anything now.
Got it. I love the LEDs, the small the strips of light that they're using these days to decorate. I mean, you can change colors and stuff like that. I may not know the
there's a lighting
details,
source.
but
there's a lighting source that's I don't have it here, but a lighting source, it's thin as paper.
LED.
No, not LED. No, it's
what is it? What is it called? Enlighten me with the light.
like you're saying, it's called light tape. Light tape. It's literally a roll of tape, but it comes in many sizes. But it illuminates only in one color, but it fits anywhere, and you can select the color that you want, right, of that illumination. But it's still electricity. It's DC voltage, and it's pretty impressive. It's ahead of its time. And I think that kind of idea is going to get more and more popular because it's smaller, it's thinner, easier to put, faster to put, because you can buy it in rolls, like 4x8 sheet rolls, and just slap it on, go. Like, it's pretty impressive. There's manufacturers out there that are starting to move into that direction, away from the LED. The LED is not going to die. I don't think it's going to die at all, but I think there's going to be companies that will be challenging it 100%. And if it gets more efficient, that process, yes. Eventually, the LED will go bye-bye, just like the other stuff that we've had.
Yeah. No, love it. David, we have almost come close to our conversation. So I'll have a few rapid-fire questions. It'll be like a short word or a phrase. So just to get to know you a little bit more. All right, just a quick
soccer.
Yeah, sure. Spicy soccer. Yeah, sure thing. I have few questions. So
okay, go.
The first thing you do when you walk into a new building? First thing,
I look up.
I think I asked you that question. Okay, so what's your, are you a coffee or a tea person?
Coffee.
Okay, what's your order of choice, like when you order coffee?
Well, lately, just black coffee. I like the taste of coffee. I want the taste of coffee. And in Canada, it's so hard to find that taste of coffee. It's so watered down here. So coffee. Yeah.
Got it. Are you like a hard hat or a headset person now?
A headset person now.
Headset, okay.
I still have my bird hats, though. I got all of them still.
Got it. One word your team would use to describe you.
Oh, my goodness.
That guy.
Well, the positive one is energetic.
Right.
Always energetic, always connecting. I got called Peacock last week. So you walk into the room, you fluff up your feathers, you're ready to go. Hey, David. I'm like, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
What's your favorite city for architecture and energy? Let's skip Edmonton. What's your favorite city for all your projects? Like if you want to, okay, here's a city I would love to go and help with my expertise. Like what's your favorite city for that?
In Canada or?
That could be anywhere. I mean, let's go to El Salvador if you want.
Yeah. El Salvador would be interesting, that's for sure. Right now, the way the direction is going, because that country is using Bitcoin right now to build everything. So I was like, well, that's interesting. But they're using Western architectural style in that city, in that country right now. So it's like, okay, we can do that. To me, that would be amazing to do that in the world. In Canada, I think it will be pretty cool if we did something like in Montreal. Project Montreal, because so much diversity there. Old Montreal. It's just, again, the port, all of that, the culture. It's just, it would be nice to do one project there and say, hey, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Right. I mean, since you brought Bitcoin, are you a Bitcoiner yourself, or?
No, I'm not. I don't have money.
Love that answer, actually, because I mean, the moment you say Bitcoin, I mean, people either flip, oh no, that's crazy. So
Yeah,
thanks for. Okay, so what lights you up outside of work?
outside of work, the family. Watching the family grow. I got 3 daughters, as I mentioned, right? And watching these kids, my goodness, just take the world by the horns and just give her life. It's just amazing. My oldest just moved to Vancouver, and she's going to be a fashion designer. She's conquering her world. My middle one wants to be a mechanic. She's conquering her world. And my little one, she's going to be like you, the podcast and AI and something like that. She's more interested in that world. And for me as a parent, it's just like I just want to watch you succeed. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I just want you to succeed. And whatever you tell me you want to do, I'm going to support it. That really lights me up. And they all play soccer, so it's nice to see them do that too.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's like something that you want to leave people, but anyone watching this podcast, watching David, what's something you want to share with the world?
Everything's easy.
Now's your chance. Like,
you know what I like to say? Everything's easy. You know why I do that? I do that to my kids too, because they're like, "Oh, Dad, this math question is so hard." Blah 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 blah. On and on the list goes. They go through this massive journey of trying to learn this math equation, and then they go do their tests, and they get one wrong on their test, and they're like, "But Dad, that was easy." See, I told you.
right.
See, I told you. And it's the same process for the rest of us. We go through this massive growth, this massive change. But yet at the end of it, when we think about it at the end, well, you know what? I did struggle, but you know, it was easy. Yeah, it is easy. We just complicate it. We always complicate it as humans. So if we start thinking that it was easy right off the bat, oh, you're going to see how fast you move, my friend. You'll move very fast through life or through that process. But it is a mindset.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. David, my friend, like, I love this conversation. Like, it is good. I mean, I already feel like we are doing our second podcast because, like, we really try. Right. So I love that. So thank you so much for sharing your journey. I'm sure like more people will find it inspiring. I found it really inspiring. And the easy part and so many other lighting moments that we had in this conversation.
Thank you. Thank you for your energy here. This is amazing.
No, thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye now.